The new BMW X3 is set for release in the first half of 2024, and while there aren't loads of updates, it's still an exciting car to explore. So join us as we take a look at the 10 best features the new 2024 BMW X3 has to offer. Number 10. Sublime engine choices. One of the X3's standout features is its engine choices, which are simply excellent. Base models come equipped with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, which produces 248 horsepower. This engine performs excellently for everyday driving, and you'll never feel underpowered on the road. However, compared to other models in its class, this engine isn't exactly outstanding. In fact, with a 0 to 60 time of 6.2 seconds, it's actually on the slower end of the scale. The real star of the show here is the optional 3-liter turbocharged inline-six, which produces a whopping 382 horsepower. With this engine under the hood, the X3 feels more like a muscle car than an SUV, and can even hurtle to 60 miles an hour in just 4.1 seconds, topping out at 155 miles per hour. This is extremely competitive with other SUVs in the space, like the Porsche Macan S, and gives the X3 an added dimension of excitement. Number 9. Surprising fuel efficiency. Beyond performing excellently, the X3's engine choices are also a lot more efficient than you might expect. The base engine, for instance, has consistently averaged around 30 to 31 miles per gallon in real-world testing, with the inline-six performing pretty closely at 29 miles per gallon. Now, these numbers are by no means impressive. Your average Toyota Prius could easily do double the mileage. However, for engines this powerful, the fuel economy is surprisingly good, and it's nice to know that you won't be draining your wallet every single time you put your foot down on the gas pedal. Number 8. Beautiful handling. To complement the excellent engine choices, BMW has engineered the X3 to cruise through the road effortlessly, with handling that's better than the majority of sedans and hot hatches on the road. So what makes this handling so good? Well, it all comes down to the sharp steering, which is extremely accurate for an SUV and allows you to plot a sharp line and stick to it. The tires are also nice and sticky, helping you keep your line during corners. The suspension is also excellent. The standard option is pretty good, but the optional adaptive suspension is miles more impressive. With this equipped, the X3 simply doesn't feel bumps, yet is still firm enough to offer decent performance. It's honestly faultless and is absolutely worth the extra cash. You can grab the X3 in rear-wheel or all-wheel drive. If you're looking for comfort, the all-wheel drive option is miles better, but it does drive a lot slower than the rear-wheel drive counterpart. Number 7. Good standard equipment. Another great feature of the 2024 X3 is the level of equipment that's offered as standard. First things first, all models come equipped with 10-way power-adjustable front seats, fitted with side bolsters, which make finding your dream driving position easy. Also on offer as standard are reclining seats for back passengers, coupled with plush material for added comfort. Also standard is dual-zone climate control, a garage door opener, and a leather-trimmed steering wheel that you can manually adjust. Oh, and did I mention the 10.25-inch digital gauge cluster? This equipment isn't groundbreaking by any means. However, it's pretty rare to see so much being offered as standard, which does make the X3 pretty good value for money in the SUV space. Number 6. 5-star safety. Safety is always a major concern for SUVs, which are often used as family vehicles. Well, the X3 is simply outstanding in the safety department, achieving a perfect 5-star NHTSA safety rating. Beyond physical protection, the X3 also offers drivers an excellent array of assistance features to make every journey that little bit safer. The notable features include standard automated emergency braking with forward collision warning and lane departure warning. You'll need to pay extra for other features, such as adaptive cruise control, but it's still clear that the X3 is one of the safest choices in the SUV space. Number 5. Handsome interior. Aside from being full of useful tech as standard, the interior of the X3 feels luxurious and high-end. For one, the interior absolutely looks the part. Available in a two-tone color scheme, it's sleek and professional, with BMW preferring a minimal and timeless look over something loud and brash. The infotainment screen and digital gauge cluster also fit seamlessly into the dashboard, adding to this less is more approach. You might be disappointed to learn that most of the material in the cabin isn't actually the real thing. All those leather accents, that wood grain trim, yeah, pretty much all of it's fake. However, this isn't actually a bad thing because to the untrained eye, they look like the real deal, and you can barely even feel the difference. So, in reality, the cabin doesn't feel cheap in any way and actually benefits from looking much higher end than the price tag suggests. The build quality is also surprisingly good. All the panel gaps, for example, are incredibly tight, and there's very little flex in the dashboard and doors. This adds to the luxury feel of the X3, helping it to stand out against the competition. Number 4. Panoramic Moonroof. Perhaps the coolest feature of the 2024 2024 X3 is the inclusion of BMW's Panoramic Moonroof. This is essentially a fancy sunroof that can be operated via the instrument panel and can either let light or air inside. What's really interesting is that the X3's moonroof is split down the middle, meaning the front and back passengers can operate different controls without getting in each other's way. This has actually been in the X3 since the new generation was released back in 2022. Hopefully, it's here to stay because it is undoubtedly one of the best features of the X3. Sure, it's not an essential, but who doesn't want to be able to open and close their roof? Number 3. Innovative storage solutions. The X3 has always been renowned for its storage capacity, and BMW has taken this to a new level for the 2024 model by adding a bunch of handy storage compartments around the cabin. For instance, there are large pockets on the inside of all the doors, as well as 2 front seatback pockets and seat nets. You'll also find a hidden storage compartment underneath the center console and an organized space in the glove box. There are cup holders at the front and rear too, which is always a welcome addition. They aren't flimsy either and will easily hold larger metal cups and can even be folded away when not in use. And in terms of general cargo space, the 2024 model is as good as ever. And with a storage capacity of 62.7 cubic feet in the trunk alone, you'll easily be able to fit several suitcases in the back with room to spare. There are other SUVs in the space that offer more storage space, but for the average person, the X3 is more than adequate. Number 2. Sporty Design cues. The exterior of the X3 matches the sporty performance that the engine provides. All models come with a rear spoiler, for instance. You'll also find an aerodynamic front bumper attached to an aggressive-looking kidney grille. And at the back, the X3 comes fitted with integrated exhaust tips for an even more aggressive look. If you want to take this sporty appearance further, BMW offers a Shadowline blackout trim package, which adds a body kit and aggressive black coloring on the chrome accents of the exterior. You can also find some pretty useful amenities in and around the exterior of the X3. For instance, all models come equipped with LED headlights for added visibility, as well as a power liftgate to make loading cargo that little bit easier. Number 1. Ultra connectivity. And finally, the X3 is capable of keeping you connected thanks to the availability of a Wi-Fi hotspot. You can also keep your devices juiced with the standard USB port or the optional wireless charger. For ultimate connectivity, you can also sync up your phone to the infotainment system via Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This will enable you to access all of your playlists, contacts, and navigation routes directly from your infotainment screen, and is one of the best quality of life features in the X3. The only downside is that the 2024 model will still run off of BMW's iDrive 7 software rather than the newer iDrive 8 platform. This still works just fine, but it would be nice to see BMW update the X3 software once it rolls off the production line. So, there are the 10 best features of the new 2024 BMW X3. Sure, there hasn't been a whole load of changes for this year, but the X3 is still proving to be one of the best choices in a very competitive space.